So, and there we are highlighting actual amount.
That word after.
It refers to the actual amount.
What's that word after brought?
Brought onto.
Not clear.
Onto the market. This is onto the market for sale, onto the market for sale at a given price in a given period of time. Somehow, though, this is now supply. Yes, just like we have effective demand, that's the actual amount brought from or bought from the amount purchased from the market for actual buying of the commodity. Now, the effective supply, I'm talking about the actual amount of the commodity brought onto the market for sale at a given price in a given period of time. Then our second concept is a aggregate. Aggregate supply refers to the total supply of all goods and services in any economy in a given period of time. Or another alternative definition refers to the total supply by all firms in an economy in a given period of time. So here we are highlighting total supply of all goods and services, then period of time. Here we are highlighting again total supply by all firms in an economy, then also period of time. For all goods and services. Non-economic? No. Okay, so that is our aggregate supply. We have
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Chair, I beg your pardon on effective supply.
Effective supply. What we have written there on the chalkboard is refers to the actual amount of a commodity brought onto the market for sale at a given period, at a given price in a given period of time. So effective supply, we are looking at actual amount, what actually has been brought on the market for sale. So we are not talking about things that are maybe produced and left in store. We go, for example, if we have to find out effective supply, we literally go to the market and find out which commodities are presented to the market for sale. The real amount of the commodity, the actual amount of the commodity. Are they 50 kilograms? Yes. Are they 30? We even verify whether they are 30 kilograms of that commodity. So the actual amount of a particular commodity, a commodity is singular, not of commodities, but of a commodity. It is a commodity, not commodities. It is singular, just a commodity. And that is effective supply. Can we proceed?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, our last concept number 3. Is market supply. Which one? That is the market supply, the total supply of a commodity in the market produced by all firms in an industry in a given period of time. Still, period of time is important. Total supply, and I'm emphasizing a commodity, singular. Then, all firms in an industry. So that is the market supply. Just like we had the market demand. Market demand, that's total demand for a commodity by all consumers of the commodity in the market at a given or in a given period of time. So under market supply, we're talking about the supply of the commodity, but now by all the farms, all farms that produce that commodity in the market at a given period of time. So what do we mean here? For example, we can talk about the market supply of sugar. So we're looking at the total amount of sugar produced or supplied, for example, by all farms that produce the sugar. So we add up what is produced by Kakula plus sugar supplied or produced and supplied by Chinyara plus sugar produced and supplied by Lugazi plus sugar produced and supplied by Kariro. So we add up what is produced by all these farms, all farms that produce that particular commodity in the market. Then we come up with what we call market supply for sugar. If, for example, Kakira produces 50 tons, Chinyara produces 30 tons, Lugazi produces 25 tons, and Karino produces 5 tons. What is our market supply for sugar? We add 50 plus 30, that is 80. 80 plus 25, that is 105, plus 5, and that is 110. So the market supply is going to be 110 tons of sugar. So that is market supply. Total supply of a commodity, but by all those farms in an industry. Farms in the industry means farms that produce the same commodity in a given period of time. So that is our market supply, and that makes the end of supply, or the concept of supply. It's not end of the topic. We are still under the topic of price theory. Our next subtopic is the price mechanism. Price mechanism, that is page 59. Page 59 in your book. I'm just going to introduce the topic, sorry, the subtopic, because I can say time is not on our side. Time is not on our side. So price mechanism, we define it as a system. It is a system of allocation of resources. In other words, this system operates in a free enterprise economy. The system is to do with the allocation of resources. It's a system of allocation of resources, but that system is within a free enterprise economy. By now, we know what we mean by free enterprise economy. A free enterprise economy is the same as a laissez-faire economy. It's the same as free market economy, or decentralized, or unplanned. So it's a system of allocation of resources within that economy where private individuals private individuals. Under private individuals, we have private producers, and then we also have consumers. That these individuals, private individuals, allocate their resources based on prices. And these prices are determined by market forces of demand and supply. And there is no government interference. So that is literally what we mean by price mechanism. And a mechanism is a system. So it's a system of prices, in other words. What it means, mechanism is a system, and that system depends on the prices. So it's a system of allocation of resources, or it's a system within a enterprise economy, where allocation of resources by private individuals depends on prices of commodities, which prices are determined by forces of demand and supply without government interference. What do we mean by allocation of resources? Allocation of resources is providing answers to what we call economic questions of what to produce, how to produce, when to produce, where to produce, for whom to produce. That when we are providing answers to these questions, then we are allocating resources. When these private individuals are determining what commodity to be produced, they depend on prices. When they're determining how to produce that commodity, they again based on the prices of commodities, but these prices are determined by forces of demand and the supply without government interference. So that is a price mechanism.
Excuse me, teacher.
Explain more about that when we are at school, God willing. Yes, please.
Teacher, is price mechanism a way of determining prices?
No, it's not a way of determining prices. It is a system that uses prices to allocate resources or to put to use the available resources. But as people are using resources, they depend on the prices to determine what they are going to do with the available resources. So that is price mechanism. And we have some assumptions there. You can revise about those assumptions. They're not difficult to read, but of course I will talk about more when we meet. For instance, there is no government interference. In fact, the majority of the assumptions come from the definition. There is no government interference. Then the prices are determined by forces of demand and the supply. Then the producers aim at profit maximization. Then consumers aim at satisfaction, in other words, maximizing satisfaction. Then there is the free entry and exit of farms, that farms are free to enter production and they are free to leave production of a particular commodity. It's already time, and I wish you a happy weekend.
Thank you.
Okay. And the success in your forthcoming.
Give us some stars.
Samu?
Stars. Kasasi.
So when are we doing that?
According to the program, the very first day you have to. I think the second day. The second day, I think. First day, I think you have to organize, and the second day. You are beginning your exams on my birthday. On Tuesday.
Is it on Tuesday? 50?
Yes, yes, please.
I'll set an easy paper then.
Goodbye.
How are you?
Communication from
Guys,
Adele.
please shop for teachers gift. It is video on Tuesday.
Yes.
Pass yours.
That was from Joe, not from me.
He's late.
Happy birthday.
In advance.
Yes, good.